Do you feel like you were made for more? You're just not sure what the more really is? Well, here are 7 tips to help you uncover your true passion. Hello, if we haven't met before, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. There comes a point in everyone's life when they feel that intense urge to find their passion, their true calling. You know that feeling? I was made for more. Unfortunately, it can be difficult to see, and many of us become frustrated because we aren't where we genuinely want to be in our lives. That's why you'll hear me say repeatedly that it's hard to read the label from inside the bottle. If you feel frustrated by not being able to find your passion, here are 7 useful tips to help you figure out your passion. Figure out your passion when you do many things. While it may feel a bit overwhelming to have a lot of interests, it's one of the most essential steps, to figuring out your passion. In the long run, it is much better to have a lot of options and interests than none at all. First, I want you to list everything you are interested in. What do you love to do? Next, I want you to narrow that down to just a couple and focus on those 2. Now, this is important. If you realize it's not what you love, I want you to go ahead and scratch it off the list. I give you permission and move on. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck because you feel that you've invested too much to let it go. And I want you to stay true to yourself to find your passion. Now, this is important, so it's worth repeating. Stop doing what you hate just because you've already invested time and money into the pursuit. I know that I've fallen into this trap myself. Here's why that's important. The secret to getting unstuck is to take the steps towards doing what you love. Don't feel like you have to be confined to a box and stop worrying about being defined by one single thing. You'll never find your passion with a fixed mindset. Instead, embrace a growth mindset. Take on the challenge head on and use those learnings as a redirection to finding your passion. Focus on yourself as a step to figuring out your passion. The problem is you can't continue to compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. Here's the main issue. You will never find your true passion in life if you're always watching and comparing your journey to those around you. God put you here for your own unique journey. While it may be similar, we all go through different trials to get to where we are right now. I want you to focus on yourself and where you are in your journey and stop worrying about everyone else around you. I get it. It's hard not to compare yourself. And that comparison will not get you anywhere, I promise. Pay attention to what you read. This is a clue to finding your passion. I know what you think. Why would I pay attention to what I read as a clue to figuring out my passion? Why? Because generally we read about things that pique our interest. So if you're continuing to read about a certain subject, that's more than likely because you love that topic and you want to know more about that subject. Even more, if you're an action taker, you're potentially implementing your new learnings. A little trial and error is a great way to figure out your true passion. In addition, it will help you to narrow down what you easily pick up on. When finding your passion, you want it to fall into your zone of genius. If you want to learn more about finding your zone of genius, I recommend that you read the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I will go ahead and put the link to that book down below. Let go of fear is a key to figuring out your passion. You do not want to miss the next part. because fear will undoubtedly convince you to pass up opportunities because you can't see past taking that first step that you're so fearful of. For you to find your passion, you will need to take big leaps of faith. Let go of the fear and dive in head first. You will need to let go of the fear of failure and use that as feedback, as a redirection for yourself. In the world of NLP, we say there is no failure, there is only feedback. Go ahead and put your fears aside. Tap into your future self. You know, that one that's already overcome your fear, and take that first step. Remember, this was put on your heart for a reason, and it's up to you to take action to make it your reality. Okay, I want you to be still to find your passion. As a result of all of your ideas, thoughts, and emotions swarming through your mind, we become frustrated when we can't seem to figure out our true passion. Sometimes we just need to do nothing to realize that what we are passionate about has been in front of us the entire time. So let me ask, how do you quiet your mind? Do you like to head outside for a walk and let your imagination wander? Or maybe you like to sit and daydream about your future. Possibly you have a love for journaling. All of these are perfect for tapping into yourself to figure out your passion. This one may not be very popular, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Forget about the money when you're finding your true passion. It's funny how much money will keep us from doing the things that we are truly passionate about. And it will keep us doing things that we're not passionate about. We will worry that we will not have enough to live. When you begin to find your true passion, you'll discover the need for stuff is not quite as important. It tends to shift your focus from self to the desire to serve others. Yes, I know you do need to make money to support your lifestyle. However, money shouldn't be the determining factor in what you want to do with your life. When you bring money into the equation, you will always do something that you're not passionate about. I did this for years, far too many years. When you are genuinely passionate about something, you'll figure out how to make a living. I promise. Let's go ahead and recap the 7 tips for finding your true passion in life. Try out many different things that you think interest you and drop the ones that do not interest you. Embrace a growth mindset and stay true to your own unique interests. Stop comparing yourself to others and focus on yourself. Stay in your own lane. What do you choose to read in your free time? And if you're continuing to read a certain subject, you're more than likely it's because you love that topic and you want to know more about that subject. Fear will keep you stuck no matter what. Fear keeps you stuck. Quiet all the chatter in your mind and be still. And as the saying goes, money does not buy happiness. Finding your true passion in life will take time. Once you tap into what brings you joy and happiness, you'll find your true passion. Now that you have these 7 tips, you will find your passion before you know it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you back here next week. And as always, the link to work with me is down below.